So I had opened up Nintendo Today, November 3rd, as you can tell. And one of the things that I've come to actually enjoy about Nintendo Today is the Nintendo 365 card, where it shows Nintendo release history, what games released on this day, in the past. And I clicked on it, and there's Clubhouse Games, which I never played. I never owned a DS, so I never had that. But then we got to Super Mario 3D Land, and this is a game that often goes under discussed. It's kind of considered to be forgotten by the people who do remember it. And this is really one of the first games that I was obsessed with, and that pulled me into gaming in a really bold way. So yeah, the Japanese release date is what's listed here as November 3rd. North America release date is in 10 days, and I'm hoping to post this video on the 13th, so hopefully I did this all right. But yeah, Mario 3D World is one of those games that just I have a lot of affinity for, so I just kind of wanted to take a moment and talk about Super Mario 3D World, because a lot of people just don't really talk about this game. So for starters, I do have the game. This is my copy of Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS. And this was my first 3DS game. I got this, so I should tell the full story here. So this is and I know I have Fire Emblem in here, but we'll talk about that in a second. So I was with my mom and grandma the day that this game came out, and we were at the Valley West Mall in Des Moines, so a while ago, in 2011, November 13th at GameStop, and I got Super Mario 3D Land, this copy, for $39.99, and actually I didn't buy it, my mom did. And this was despite the fact that I didn't even have a 3DS at this point. I wanted one. I had been wanting one for basically the whole of 2011. I just didn't get one. Video game consoles, I only had two up to that point. So before this game came out, before the 3DS came out, I had my Game Boy Advance, which I played infrequently, but on it I usually played Super Mario World. Thank you, baby. And then I had my Wii, which I was usually playing Wii Sports or Super Mario Galaxy on. And so I never had a DS. So the first console really that was coming out that I paid attention to, that I could follow the news for, was the 3DS. And one of the games that they had talked about the most was this game. Except at the time, or for the moment, it was not Super Mario 3D Land, it was just Super Mario for Nintendo 3DS, basically. It had some kind of modified version of this logo. It was coming, later in the 3DS's lifespan, in the launch window, I think is what they were saying. So there were these 4 screenshots that showed the game, and it looked a lot like Galaxy or Galaxy 2, but on 3DS, and that was awesome because I loved Mario Galaxy, and I wanted to play the next Mario game, and it was in 3D, and 3D was cool in 2011. It still is cool now, but not in the same way it was in 2011. Um, so yeah, E3 came and went. I was watching the trailer. Nintendo had started doing YouTube channel trailer uploads. And in the lead up to this game coming out, they were doing a lot of marketing for the game. So there was like I think it was like a Times Square takeover, something like that. And it was a lot of fun. This game came out a little bit early in Japan, and I was watching like playthroughs about this game in Japan before it came out. When it did come out in North America, I convinced my mom to pick up the game for me, even though I didn't have a 3DS, but that ensured I got a 3DS for Christmas, which I did, which was awesome. And once Christmas Day came, I opened up my 3DS, and I literally played this game the entire day. So yeah, I mean, I played this game to death the day of, that I got to play it. But I also returned to it a lot throughout the 3DS's life. Street Pass in this game was really cool. When you would Street Pass with someone, you got to like re-challenge a mystery box. And those mystery boxes would give you, I think, 1 or sometimes 2 star coins or star medals. Yeah, it kind of details it down here. Extra challenge, beat dozens of mystery boxes and trade them via Street Pass. And it was awesome. So I would just love, street passing people, and I'd get to play, more of these mystery box challenges, and I'd get more star medals than you could typically get, in the game itself. It had this art style, which was kind of new. Like, this was kind of the new Super Mario Bros. Art style, but in 3D. But remember, at the time that this game came out, there were only 2 new Super Mario Bros. Games. There was the one on DS and the one on Wii. I had played the one on Wii and loved it. So this was a little bit of a continuation of that. But this art style was kind of getting established at this point in time. It hadn't overstayed its welcome just yet. So it was kind of striking. I kind of liked it at the time. And the game just looked like a lot of fun. And it is a lot of fun. So yeah, I remember, when I got this game, I was in Des Moines and I was on the way home. And this was back in the day when you had instruction manuals or inserts, which is a trend we're seeing a little bit come back on Switch 2. But you had these little inserts, so they had like one for, if you liked 3D Land, check out Tetris Axis, Ocarina of Time 3D, and Star Fox 64 3D. Ocarina of Time 3D I also got for Christmas, so I did play Ocarina of Time. It was several years later when I got Star Fox 64, though. But on the way home, of course, I was looking at the instruction manual. And this instruction manual actually is kind of cool. It's like this little quad fold thing. And it has, let's do it this way. Like the basic moves. So you can use L or R to crouch. You use the control stick to move. You can change 3D to be like normal or extended depth. You got item storage on the touchscreen. You can dash. You can have like Fire Mario or Tanuki Mario, and this was before Tanuki Mario was like milked within an inch of its life, so it was still kind of cool. Jump, pause the game, all that good stuff. Oh, I guess I can do it this way too. And then on the back, it just showed like advanced moves, like the roll, which was new, the ground pound, the long jump, the side somersault, which was not really new, but kind of, wall jump, crouch jump, binoculars, and you moved the 3DS, and this game just kind of had it all. So yeah, there's a lot of just good memories that I have with Super Mario 3D Land. In memory of this game coming out, I played the first couple levels in Mario 3D Land, and I mean, the game holds up. So I mean, I distinctly remember just that little jingle, this logo, the opening tutorial to this game. I don't know how well this is going to come through, but just the way that this game made me feel. It really was the first time I was obsessed with the game, fell in love with a game, and was able to follow it from basically announcement or tease to release, and it delivered. I loved every minute of it. I had my 3DS, and I also in 2011 got to play Mario Kart 7, which was equally great, and I equally followed it because it was announced at about the same time as 3D Land. So yeah, I don't have much more to say about the game at the moment, but I just wanted to take this moment, however many years later it is, and just talk about how influential Super Mario 3D Land was to me as a gamer, and my experience as a gamer, especially in my childhood, my memories with the game and the 3DS in general, and just how even though this game is kind of forgotten now, it's kind of overlooked, it was important to me, and I will always remember it, and love it for what it is. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.